Our next speaker is attempting Project 8. I request the evaluator, Mr. Vinod, to read out the guidelines.
It's the same guidelines. Thank you.
That's what Toastmaster does to you. Better communication. I asked the next speaker, have you ever been in love? If yes, what kind of a person has it made you? He said, yes, I have. I quote, it made me a more understanding person, more empathetic, and a nicer person. I do not know about understanding and empathetic, but he's definitely been a nicer person to me. Please put your hands together in welcoming handsome Appu.
When a child is born, a new mother faces apprehension. When a stranger asks her, "Yeah, hold on." When someone gets a new bike, the same apprehension is there when someone says, "Dude, can I take you for a ride?" If you ask my friend if you could hold his guitar, he would look at you with an expression of absolute discomfort that would break every hope that you have. This apprehension is born from a fear of damage to their own treasures. If you knew how to handle it, if they knew that you knew how to handle it, that apprehension would not exist. I too have my own treasures. My guitars and my books. My friend Rajesh was once asked if he would lend the 75th anniversary Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring book. A beautiful matte black book. It had a yellow circle at the center, surrounded with golden elvish writing. If you turn the book at an angle, you would see a glossy design surrounding that circle. The pages themselves felt perfect in his hands. With complete faith, he lent the book, in the hopes that he would get it back in the exact same condition. He would be no wrong than he was. When he got it back, the book, when placed on a table, bent. The edges of the book were split in half. The golden foil was half peeled off. There were stains of what he described was sambar and avial on the sides. The corners of the pages were folded. That was the last day he spoke to that acquaintance. A lot of people said that he was mean and cruel to that person. I completely agree with it. For you see, many people say that if you lose a book, you can go to the shop and buy another one. To me, it sounds like if you lose your child, you can always make another one. Allow me to give you an example of how important books are to me. As most of you know, I visited Japan about a month ago. Fantastic trip. When I returned to Bangalore, between Delhi and Bangalore, as I waited for my suitcase to arrive, it did. I fought with the officials. I asked them, where is my suitcase? To which they said, sir, most probably in the next flight, today it will come. I said, what do you mean most probably? You should know where it is. He said, sir, you give me the luggage pass and I will tell you where it is. Sadly, my friend had left the luggage pass on the next flight, and it would seem that they cannot retrieve it because they have to clean the flight. In a fix, I waited there for the next 3 hours in the hopes that my luggage would arrive. Waited with no breakfast, no lunch, nothing to drink. But none of that bothered me because I was nervous. I was apprehensive. After 3 long hours, I saw a man carrying my suitcase and rushing to a counter. It said, "Rush!" in big, bold red. The joy that I felt when I saw that suitcase was something I've never felt before. Sadly, even though I've been in love. For you see, that suitcase contained 71 of my Japanese manga. More precious than any other book in my collection. Truly. Very touching moment that happened. Many people have said that my methods of handling my books are paranoid. Oh, you can believe them, they are not wrong at all. Because this is how I handle my book. First, always hold the book with both hands. Second, when you open the book, support the spine with one hand and open the other hand. Do not open the book more than 90 degrees. Because when you do this, because a wrinkle along the spine, if you keep the book on a table, you will see that the pages slowly bend outward. And after a long time of use, you will find sets of the book slowly coming out. Never, ever fold the corners of any page. Do not remove this plastic cover under any circumstance. Please do not eat when you are handling my book. While I do love sambar and while I do love avial, I do not like it with my book. And last but not the least, do not underline anything in this book. As memorable as the notes in this book are, please don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many crazy people out there just like me. When you have something important to them, it is obvious to handle it with care. But going that extra mile to find out how they would like them to be handled will always gain you the respect of that person. And also lets them know that there is someone out there they can trust with their belongings. Back to you.
A boy, a man, who can wait 3 hours for bus. A boy, a man, who can take such good care of books. You have won yourself a chance to babysit my kids in the future, man.